Good evening, everyone. We want to welcome you all to another episode of the Black Market Podcast presented by Hack the Markets. And I am one of your hosts. Well, I am the host, I'm sorry, AC, also known as the Market Oracle. And right now, what we want to do. All right, we're back now. A little technical difficulty, but hey, right now, what we want to do is we want to check out the economic calendar. Or really, we can check out earnings. Let's check out earnings. We always usually start out with earnings. So let's go ahead and check out some earnings for this week. So, as we all know, earnings season has started again. So, it started on Friday. We had the big banks come in. We had JP Morgan, a couple other big banks come in. We actually had some open positions on JP Morgan, and those things hit for us. We went over 100% on profits on those things, and it was a very good morning. I actually closed my position out within a minute of it opening, so it was like 9:31. I was closing out. So very very good morning. So like like I just said, earnings season is upon us now. So we did have more earnings come in today. We had people like Charles Schwab for today, State Street, M&T Bank, JB Hunt, Service First, Pinnacle Partners, Financial Partners. So basically, a lot of um, financials, a lot of banks, a lot of financial companies are reporting right now, and that's usually what happens. They usually start off earnings season. And like I said, Wells Fargo, I believe, was on Friday. J.P. Morgan, people like that were already, financial big banks were starting this off. So, um, let's see what we have tomorrow. So for tomorrow, we have Johnson and Johnson. So of course, everybody knows Johnson and Johnson. That is going to be the home products, things of that nature. Of course, we know we dipped and dabbed with a vaccine for COVID for just a small period of time. Really wasn't anything that good came out of that partnership, and that kind of like dissolved. So we don't hear anything more about them with the pharmaceuticals as much, especially COVID at least. I think they do have some other pharmaceutical things that they do, but as far as like the COVID vaccine, no. Um, who else do we have? We have Bank of America, so that's another big bank that will be reporting. We got Netflix. Netflix, of course, is the giant streaming platform that everyone uses. If you don't have Netflix, and you're probably one of few people that can say that. Let's see, Lockheed Martin. They will be reporting on tomorrow. We got Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is definitely a big investment bank. That's a pretty good one. Um, we have a lot of people. United Airlines. We have Interactive Brokers. A lot of financial still Interactive Brokers for First Horizon, Commerce Bank shares. So a lot of banks still. Bank of New York Mellon. So we do have a lot of banks reporting. So let's see what we have on Wednesday. So Wednesday we got some more big players. Everyone loves this stock, Tesla. So we have them coming in on Wednesday. That's going to be the 19th. So 6.4% expected move as of right now for that stock. Definitely something to watch. Everyone loves that stock, so it'll probably have a lot of volatility around that, and so definitely will be something fun to watch. I'll say, especially if you're a trader, this is the time where you probably can make some money. Me personally, I'm not the type that's gonna go out here and try to trade right before the earnings, unless it's just something that just looks amazing to me, and I just have like some feeling that this is about to go in a direction that I feel confident in, whether up or down. That's the only time that I probably would open up a position this close. But you always got your straddles and you always got your strangles. So if you did just want to open up a brand new position, you can always open up that strangle and that straddle. You'll be perfectly fine with that because it doesn't matter if it goes up or down. It just needs to go far enough than what you paid. So if it goes more than what you paid, then you're good. You really want to find something that's really, really like just breaking out like crazy. That's the best. That's always the best. Now, if you can find it, that's the caveat, because everyone wants to find it, but not every stock, even on the earnings and all of that stuff, like breaks out to points where it's just um something that's just so miraculous. People are just like, wow. Um, what do we have? What else we got? We got Abbott Laboratories. We have IBM. IBM is big. We have Crown Castle. A lot of people might not know what Crown Castle is, but um, they are considered real estate, but they actually own and build the towers. They own and operate those towers, cell phone towers, and things of that nature. We have Kinder Morgan. That is energy. They're the pipeline. I believe for gas. Las Vegas Sands. So one one funny thing about that is, and I may be wrong on this, but I want to say that they do not have any property in Las Vegas anymore. I think they have a lot of property in China and in other places, and I don't think they own anything in Vegas anymore. Now I could be wrong. They might have one property or something. I don't know, but I feel like they don't have anything in Vegas, and I think that happened like just recently, just within the recent years. So nothing big, but just fun food for thought. Fun facts rather. Let's see. So we got Discover Financial Services. We got Baker Hughes. We got Baker Hughes, of course, is the oil rigs. Nasdaq. Okay, so we got a pretty eventful Wednesday. So for Thursday, let's see what we got. Okay, so we got a big company on Thursday. Taiwan Semiconductor. Taiwan Semiconductor is the leading semiconductor producer out here. So that is a big earnings report right there, especially to see the health of the semiconductor space. We can get a glance into, pretty much how that supply chain is moving, any bottlenecks, anything that we need to see, any type of red flags, any good things coming out, what production is looking like, all of that stuff. We can kind of get a little bit of information on. Now we have Philip Morris also on Thursday. That is the guys that make the cigarettes. So that is one of the Vice stocks. American Express will be on Thursday. Union Pacific, of course, that is the railroads. CSX also on Thursday. So two big railroads back to back. So we get a chance to see a little bit about transports. We have Truist Financial. So that's more financials. DR Horton, that right there give us some insight on the home builders. We got Nucor, that's a steel company, so we get a chance to see, raw materials. Let's see what else we have. Fifth Third Bank, of course, that's a bank. Definitely a lot of banks, but they are winding down now. Not a lot of financials. It definitely Friday and the leading beginning of this week and all the way up to like Tuesday. We definitely bank heavy though, and we will have a very muted Friday. It's not going to be too eventful. We just have Procter and Gamble, and we have Regions Financial. So yeah, not anything eventful on Friday. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we got three eventful, very jam-packed days full of earnings. So yes, this is definitely a time where we can see a shift in the market. Because if everyone is having pretty good earnings, we're reporting pretty good earnings, they're having a pretty decent shock value, and people are, digesting this information as being good. Also coupled with um, a inflation number that was lower than what people expected. So it was actually in line, and in some metrics actually a little bit lower than expectations. So that is good because that's also giving signs that the action that has been taken by the Fed is actually working, and that inflation is now slowing. So, we have that going on. So this is giving us a possible signal, and we're not saying that is anything written in stone or anything like that. We can't say for sure anything, but it does give the signal that we could start seeing the Fed start slowing down on these rate hikes. Now, I do feel that they probably already have another rate hike baked in, and I feel that the stock market also has that baked in. And what may happen, since we saw that print come in a little bit cheaper, I mean, a little bit lower rather, we do have that opportunity to see a move to the upside, like a strong move to the upside, you know, very strong move to the upside. And if that's the case, then what we'll have going on is we'll have a we'll definitely have a nice recovery, I feel. And that's all because, like I said, if we get that shock factor that the Fed is not going to raise next week, I mean, not next week, I'm sorry, but at the next meeting. If we get that information and then those dot plots start shifting, then yeah, I believe that makes the market like just take off to the upside. Now, if we don't get that, then of course we're just going to be sitting sideways, just waiting, playing this waiting game to see if we really do hit a recession. Everybody talked about recession. 2023 is going to be the recession. It should be in quarter one. We made it through quarter one, no recession. Now they're saying, some people also said quarter two, and we had a few say quarter three. So everyone was just kind of like throwing darts at a month for on the calendar of 2023, and they were basically saying this is going to be it. It's going to be quarter one, quarter two, quarter three. They were just throwing stuff out. Now, the thing is, we have not seen that materialize just yet into the markets. And because of that, I'm under the impression now that we're seeing all of this aggressiveness kind of ease inflation a little bit. If that's the case and we start coming down, we start getting some numbers that are showing that inflation is coming down, that's going to be amazing. Because now all we have to do is just walk this balanced line and then start lowering our rates again. It'll be an easy process, but it sounds easier than what it actually is to actually execute the process. Um, so going over to our economic reports, we have for Tuesday, we have housing starts and building permits. So they will be reporting how much new construction has come online nationwide. We got existing home sales. That's going to be on Thursday. Wednesday is kind of uneventful. That's why I kind of jumped over it. We do get the Beige Book on Wednesday, and we have the New York Fed president speaking. That's about it, though. Um, U.S. leading economic indicators. That's going to be on Thursday. And then we have a couple Fed presidents speaking on Thursday as well. And then we'll get the services PMI and manufacturing PMI on Friday. So those two numbers are going to be pretty nice to see because those are the producer indexes. CMI is the consumer. So it'll be nice to see what the producer is reporting. We're looking for it to actually pull back. So we want that index to go a little bit lower. We got expectations that it will go lower. So now it's time, just to see if these predictions do come true. So we're right at that time now where I can share some share a pick with you. I'll just share one with you right now. And the one that I want to share with you guys is going to be Boeing. I shared this with my team and our clients on last week, and we were able to get in at a really good price once we saw that fallout happen, where price moved really low. For 1 second, it went down below 200. And once it did go below 200, that's when we were active buyers. So we got in around 198, 199, somewhere around there at the very bottom once we saw it moving lower. And it now has a good potential to go higher. We got our caps, we got our numbers, we know where we're trying to get to. So if you want to have that information, you're gonna have to be a member. So definitely head over to hackthemarketstrading.com. That's where you can set yourself up a premium account. Um, you get access to me, myself, and you get access to my team and everything that we have been working on and plan to work on. Um, so definitely a good investment. Paying for education is always a good thing, and this education will actually pay you back. So you might even be able to get this education for free if you take the trades that we give you. Beyond that, though, we do want to encourage you guys to like the Facebook page, uh, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like those videos and definitely give us some comments and share these videos with anyone that you feel would benefit. Until next week, we will see you guys. And I do have one announcement. The podcast will be changing, and I'll make this announcement one more time next week. But we will be changing the podcast to Tuesdays. So for a time period, we'll be on Tuesdays. Um, and then that may be our own, our whole thing. But as of right now, we're gonna change it over to Tuesdays. So that's gonna be in the next 2 weeks. So like I said, one more reminder for next week, and then we'll be on Tuesday. So check you guys out next week, and then the week after that, we'll be on our new time of Tuesdays. So I'll see you guys. Hopefully, you guys make some money by then.